be argued that the atmosphere around the club has never been lower and the players are increasingly likely to complain about even the smallest issues. That's right, it's the Ultimate Champions. It can only be when a dressing room is that shit. Yes, welcome back to the Ultimate Champions. Drop it. That was the dubstep intro for those of you who wanted that. It was no one. Let me say it now. It was nobody wanted that. So, yes, how have we done since we took over Leicester City? That first game, well, we got very unlucky. We've not really kicked on at all from that. No, we lost 2-0 there. Fulham, we played next in the FA Cup. We beat them. Wasn't that nice? Hey, start with a win. I was like, here we go. Straight into Watford. Draw at Watford from an 86th minute Batshuayi bastard equaliser. I was like, alright, things are still looking up, still on the upturn. Haven't lost since that only game that we played where I lost. Apart from that one, haven't lost. And then Newcastle just decided to shit all over us. I mean, Jose Antonio Reyes is playing for them. The fuck's he doing? He can't run. He can't even physical. He can't even physical. But he shat on me. He shat on me from not even a great height. He just went up a step ladder. Then we played Everton. They beat us 2-1. But most recently, Sheffield Wednesday. We beat them 1-0 in the FA Cup. We're still in the FA Cup. And next up, we've either got Sunderland or Manchester City. They're going to a replay. So hopefully, Sunderland can come out on top in that one. So it won't look so bad. Today, though, it's time for transfer update and West Brom, which is less exciting. That's right, transfer deadline day. We're not taking part because I've done my business. I've done it again. I'm super early, super cheap, and super bad at this game. Please help. Somebody send help. Send me tactics. Please. I'm really bad at this. Let's look at the transfers I've done. We're going to go in reverse order. And to start off with, you may remember him from the first season at Hull City in FM17. He's my favourite 6'5" Italian. It's Andrea Ranocchia. Or however you say it. I'm still not sure. But the man can jump, the man can head a ball, and I wanted some extra cover just to make Huth and, Morgan stand on their toes and go, ooh, because Harry Maguire, he's got nothing to worry about, I'll be honest. Harry Maguire's a brilliant man. I love Harry Maguire. And funny enough, he was at Hull in FM17 as well, so bringing back the party together. Ranashir can't speak English yet, but he'll learn. He'll learn. 6'5", jumping reach of 18. He's basically a rocket. He could win the space race on his own. Who's next? He started, you mean to go on. He's injured already. It's John Flanagan. I brought him in because I don't trust Danny Simpson. Let's see how much I brought him in for. I've clicked something there. You've seen everything. 6.5 million. I didn't even mention how much I bought in Ranashir for. I think it was like 3 million or something. I'll show you in a minute. But first of all, we have one more player that I brought in. One more player. And John Flanagan's still not going to play for 2 weeks, by the way. Then he might be fit enough to take Danny Simpson's place. When we get to that point, I'll let you know how he does. For now, let's see my best signing. The first one I did. It's England International. Are you ready for him? Oh, it's technically John Flanagan is as well. He's got that one cap there. Let's just look at the other player. He's one of our own. He's one of our own. He's one. I don't know the song that well. It's Jack Wilshere, and he's not injured yet. So, look at that. Jack Wilshere in the bag to play whatever he feels like. He's fucking brilliant, isn't he? His old Jack. How much did you get him for? 5.5 milli. What? I hear you saying, what? Yes. Arsenal, transfer listed. Because injuries, I guess. But Jack Wilshere, he can make a new name for himself here at Leicester. Let's show you. That was the transfers. There was 3. I know. It wasn't that great, was it? Here's the fees. It was 3.8 for Ranashir, by the way. Overall, 15.75. Spent it. Who did I move on? Musa. I couldn't sell him. I had to loan him. I couldn't even sell him. He's that unsellable. Unsellable is Musa. Why are you here? Go away. This is not realistic. This is not realistic. Thank you, Alfred Musa. I like it more. So anyway, here's a tactic for you. Look at it. Have you looked at it up yet? Basically, the 4-4-2, which is now you can see a 4-4-1, it wasn't working, basically. So I went with this last game with no instructions, and we won. So I'm going to put the one instruction I did put on in the second half, which was work the ball into the box. And other than that, they have unlimited freedom. Because really, Abora as the defensive-minded midfielder, Silva as the box-to-box midfielder, and Wilshere as the advanced playmaker, as a triangle, should be too much for most teams to deal with. And with not mentioning Mahrez, Demarai Gray, Iheanacho, this is a quality front six. Sorry if you can hear vibrations. People in my house watch TV very, very loudly. Very loudly, very loudly. So, yes, and also Ranashi is going to have his debut today as a stopper. Maguire's ball playing as a cover. Hopefully, this gives him Maguire enough stuff to move back and drop back, clear up, make some balls happen. Ranashia can do what Robert Huth did in the last game before he got sent off in the 90th minute. Robert, which is just launch himself into any ball that comes forward and just throw something at it. And if anybody comes towards him, throw yourself at it. You're 6'5", man. You're going to do it better than Robert did. And also, where's Morgan? Oh, I'm sorry, mate. I know, you're just waiting for your turn. Who knows if you'll get it now? Who knows? That was my way of saying I might sell him at the end of the season. If I'm still here, of course, because the media have already been sparking up a frenzy about my job here. Because I walk into every job and I'm like a disease. I infect it with my negative vibes. Gosh! So, let's move on. Let's see what happens through the rest of transfer deadline day. Probably nothing, but let's get to the game as well. Here we are then, it's game time. Nothing transfer-wise has happened that's important, apart from some guys that were in the under-23s that don't need to be here, rejecting championship clubs because they think they're better than that, but they're not. I tell you, they're not better than that. Let's move on. So to start today's game, it's Schmeichel in goal, back four of Fuchs, Maguire, Ranashia, Simpson. Middle, Abora, Silva. Win ball, go with ball. Play ball, it's Wilshere. That's Wilshere, the play ball guy. Gray, left hand side. Get up, get down, get up, get down, get spin around. Get up, get down and cross. Mahrez, get up, get down, but mainly get up and also cut in a bit. You know, shoot, get a goal. Do your thing. I saw you be good at football when you won a Premier League. Do you remember that? Remember that, buddy? Yeah, he remembers. Iheanacho's up front. Okazaki just told me he's not happy with his first team football. Let's wait and see what Jamie Vardy says about that. He probably won't be happy either. Slimani's also here. I nearly bought another striker. I have four. I have four good strikers here. 5. I can't count. 4. It can count. What's wrong with me? Where am I? Who are you? Let's play the game. So I still haven't got face packs. So here's their team. Foster, Gibbs, Evans, Krajewak, Vida, Phillips, Livermore, 1P, Chadley, Morrison, Rondon. Let's move on to the dressing room. Shall we? Instructions. Done. Assertive. Let's make this count. This form and stuff. Yeah, lads. Lads banter. Lads banter. They love it. Let's go. Tunnel interview. Pep Guardiola has placed David Silva on the transfer. How much? How much is he? Sorry. How much? 40 million. I'm going to send my assistant. That disappointed me. Let's move on to the game. Here we go. Kickoff is done by West Brom, playing in the white and red today, and we're in our lovely blue kit, even though we're the away team. Some things just don't make sense. Well, that first half had Tony Pulis written all over it, because nothing happened. It's 0-0. We've struggled for possession there. Abora lost possession. Okay, good. So, to sum up, let's go and do it. Who switched off? Maguire, you're the good one. You're my wonder child, even though you're older than me. You're my wonder child. At least Riyad Mahrez is happy. You're my wonder child. I'll stop. It's weird. It's a free kick for West Brom, and this is where they're dangerous from set pieces and not actual football. I told you. That's gone in. Also, Man City are beating Brighton 6-1, so that's scary. That doesn't matter, though, because we're losing to West Brom. What do I do about this? Oh, I'll try and figure that out one day. They haven't even had a clear-cut chance or a half chance. This is irritating. This is exactly what Tony Pulis does. He gets a free kick or a corner, and the cunt does that. We've got a free kick. It's Jack Wilshere. It's bounced towards Phillips. It's bounced back out to Livermore. Livermore will take it forward. How far forward? Quite far forward. Here's Chadley on the left-hand side. They've gone a lot more counter-attacking now. Here goes Chadley out to Gibbs. Gibbs with the cross over. Maguire picks it up. Abora to Ranashia, who just absolutely lumps it forward. I mean, go on, Iheanacho. Iheanacho's got at the ball. He's got the ball. He's not done the best thing with it there, and that signals that a change is needed. Because, ooh, look at it. Look at it all right now happening. Okazaki on up front. Do it, Okazaki. I know you got it in you. Brighton on for Mahrez. He's coming on, winger, attack. That's what we're doing with him. What else? Nothing else. We're good. How is Danny Simpson one of the highest rated players? Probably because he saw me buy a right back. What? It's a free kick. All Brighton. Whips it in. Okazaki doesn't get there and Burke heads it away. What's happened? It's a penalty. We've got a penalty. What have we got a penalty for? Not really sure, but we could get at least a point out of this now. Who's stepping up? It's Adrian Silva. It's the big man, the big Portuguese man. Please score. I've bigged you up so much, Adrian. Adrian! He scored. So that's wonderful. We've got a goal out of nothing. Take that, Tony Pulis. Set pieces at its best. Swing in a set piece, get a penalty. Take the penalty and score. See, I can one-up you on set pieces, Tony Pulis. You cap-wearing. It's a highlight 86 minutes in, and this is a rarity because there's only been like 4 highlights this entire game. Adrian Silva's on it. Brunt has tackled it to Okazaki. Wilshire's got a shot! Oh, it's hit the post. Or was that save? I'm not sure. That was close. And with about 15 seconds left on the clock, I can safely assume this is probably not going to be a goal, unless it will be a goal. Go on, score a goal. Abora, whips out. Adrian Silva, gonna make some magic. Danny Simpson, gonna make some... No, he's Danny Simpson. He's Danny Simpson. He's not gonna do that. But we managed to snatch a 1-1 draw at West Brom, away at West Brom. So, what do you think about that? I think we actually had much more of the game, and they fouled us a lot. And we got a yellow card. So, who knows what that means? I don't. Do you? If you know what that means, email me at I know what just happened. Unlucky everybody. I'm going to stop with this whole thing. It wasn't the best, was it? Let's carry on. Leave the match. So we haven't won in a while. Yes. Shut up, stats. Who needs stats? What do they mean anyway? Let's get through transfer deadline day. Ding, ding, ding. Anybody gonna bid? My players. Ding, ding, ding. Ding. Oh, that's it. It's happened. Forsberg went to Arsenal. He's not bad at football, is he? Not at all. Would say he's quite good, actually. Yeah, not bad. Alexis Sanchez went to Liverpool. Sorry? Alexis? Well, I mean, Liverpool have done well for themselves. And Tierney's gone to Arsenal as well. What? Sorry? What's happening here? What's happening? Newcastle signed 7 players. What's going on? Arsenal spent 72 million in January. Realism game. Come on. Anyway, so that brings us to the end of this episode. I know it's a short one, but I expected more to happen in the game and the transfer deadline day. Fortunately, neither of those things happened. So when we meet back, Brighton, Arsenal, Brighton, one hard, one easy, or one hard, one hard. Yeah, I know they're 20th, but you know what happens to me. We haven't got much of the season left, so let's do Arsenal and Brighton. A double whammo, bammo, a whammo bammo kadamo. Stop it, Luke. Okay, thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.